there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to live? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. See, come find me when you've delivered that letter.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, and that's when I thought, I can't just give it to you, mind. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it.
'Tis the dream of many to own a home, master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
I quite agree. Oh, what does this say?
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but in place of a reward, only if you've the time and inclination, of course, as servants of the gracious hand. Yet, at times, perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has, by chance, he was examined by a roaming man, claimed so he was put into our care.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Here he is. We've been administering the medicine, to be perfectly honest. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come. We've medicine to prepare.
Psst! You there. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but it started with a slight fever. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better. Mayhap I'm just imagining things. Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors?
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
A moment's prayer can do Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement. That is, the basement sick room. None of the other sisters are permitted entry. Intel is, she gives the patients a special medicine, which is to be expected. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
I must be grateful.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. And none save the abbess can enter? You've done this much for me. You've my thanks. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her. See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
I quite agree.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Splendid.
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir.
This is a place of prayer.
You're always such fun to talk to.
I've not got food atwixt my teeth.
We have found a material.
I fear I must attend to my prayers.
Aye, sir. Here to ask, or of...
Got any tales? Oi, keep your distance. We ask but a few.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing... Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
I do hope not before...
Need someone to talk.
A moment's prayer can do a what?
I spend my days in quiet...
A moment's prayer.
I have noticed that the abbess...
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
Oh, someone help me. Oh.
Mayhap 'twould serve as well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
I quite agree. Medicine? Now! Now!
We've found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room.
Well said.
just remembered. I've somewhere to be.
I'm frightfully busy.
Some other time, mate.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of...
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room. Can't say as I missed that basement, mind. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the...
Elena? Ah, yes. A fine woman by all accounts. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. In the end, I survived. And once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, or you'd think 'twere medicine. They were whispering. Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern...
Let me get that.
Must have taken a wrong turn. May have dreams.
By your command, Arisen. Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong.
Ha! You're a fearsome one.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the...
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phases. What could his aim be, I wonder?
I fear I've much to attend to. Might I beg but a moment of your...
My magics are yours to command, should you require the skills of a mage.
You looking to join?
So tired. I'd kip just about anywhere. Suppose I ought to earn my pay. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found?
What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Though to be frank, sir, I cannot see the matter proceeding any further. What I've heard of the abbess's testimony is little convincing. But
What business have you here?
many thanks for your assistance in...